Yeah, welcome back, guys. Welcome to TechTiger-Academy. I'm Ravi Malhotra, your instructor for this Learn Checkpoint NGX R80.40 CCSA, CCSE, and CCSM series. This is going to be lab number 6. This is lecture number 12. Uh, it's the second day of the course, and this is going to be distributed mode of installation. We have gone through 11 videos as of now. We have been running very slow because the purpose is that we all should learn checkpoint, right? I just don't want to make videos just for a purpose of making it. My intention is that learning has to be there, right? So let me just get started, guys. Let me move to the next slide. So that's the document that I have created for you. So this is a distributed mode of installation, right? So this is the diagram, guys, which I have created for the purpose of this lab. I'll focus to this diagram little later. Let me just first of all tell you the agenda of this lecture. So we will create a virtual machine for security management server. Those who have seen all the 10 videos, they can skip some part, but those who by chance are looking at this video at the very first time, so this is basically for them, just because I'm going to redo and just do things again. I will create a virtual machine for security management server. I will create a virtual machine for security gateway. I will install Gaia on both virtual machines, and I will complete first time configuration wizard. I'll tell you that I will create security management virtual machine with 2 NIC cards, and I will create security gateway with 4 NIC cards, right? And then I will install Gaia on both of them. I will test the connectivity like ICMP ping. I will configure interfaces and static routing on both the machines. Security management server should have a default gateway to the IP address of the gateway so that it should be able to access internet. Security gateway should have a default gateway to the IP address 137.1, which is actually a router in my diagram, and I will promote one virtual machine as a security management server. So that's all, guys. That's the diagram that we will follow. Let me just start the stuff right now, okay? So create a virtual machine on VMware with below settings for security management server. Create a virtual machine on VMware with below settings for a gateway. Gateway, you see that 4 NIC cards. Management server, you see alright, it also has 4 NIC cards, but we don't need 4 NIC cards, right? These are the IPs, these are the IPs, okay? So let me just start the process now. Let me go back to my VMware. Let me go to file menu. Let me go to new virtual machine. Next, I will click on ISO image. I will choose R80.40. I'll click on next. This is the Linux operating system I'll choose. Next, I'll go to browse. I'll give a location, my specific place where I store all the virtual machines. It's going to be my checkpoint firewall. Under checkpoint, I'll make a folder R80.40. Under R80.40, I will create another folder named distributed. Under distributed, I'll make a folder gateway, and I'll make another folder as a security management server, right? So this is, I'm going to create security management server. I'll click on OK. I'll give it TechTiger-Academy security management server, right? R80.40. Next, hard disk is going to be 100 gig. Store virtual disk as a single file. Next, custom hardware, I'm going to pick a number of interfaces. I'm going to give it 4 gig RAM. I'm going to give it 2 processors. I'm going to give it 2 NIC cards. Its first NIC card is going to be into VMnet 0, and then its second NIC card is going to be into VMnet 2. That's going to be into VMnet 0, and this is going to be into VMnet 2, right? So that's 4 GB, 2 processors, 2 NIC cards, 0 and 2. Close, finish. Right. This is the Smart Center server. Let me just power on this virtual machine. In the meanwhile, let me just go to File, New Virtual Machine, as in a parallel exercise. Let me also create another virtual machine. Let me go to R80.40. right, I'll go to next. I'll go to Linux. This time I'm going to create a gateway virtual machine. I already created folders, so I'm going to choose Checkpoint Firewall R80.40 distributed, and this is going to be gateway. Okay, I'm going to give it a name, TechTiger-Academy Gateway R80.40, right? I'll say next. It is going to be 100 gig. Store virtual disk as a single file. Next. Customize hardware. It is going to be 4000. It is going to be 2 processors. Let me just add 4 NIC cards real quick. Finish. Network adapter. Finish. Add network adapter, and then finish. So this is the first as in a sequence. Put it into VMnet 0, then this is network adapter 2, put it into VMnet 1, then this is network adapter 3, put it into VMnet 2, and then this is network adapter 4, put it into VMnet 3, right? So network adapter VMnet 0, network adapter 2, VMnet 1, VMnet 2, VMnet 3, click close, finish. So that's all. So let me just restart it now. Let me just restart guest, and let me also power on the gateway now, right? So we will do this Gaia installation parallelly on both of them. We already have seen the Gaia installation, right, in my last videos. So let me just move the stuff real fast, real quick. So this is done. So we did this, we did this, we did this, we did this. This is the 2 interfaces I'm going to. So my management server is going to be an IP address of .50, right? My gateway is going to be 4 NIC cards, and it will have an IP address into 100, right? 200.100, 137.100, 70.100, 80.100, 200.50, and it is going to be 70. It is going to be 170. This is going to be 70.50, right? So installation will be over. Once it is done, so then I'll just connect back, just pausing the video, and I'll get back to you once it is done. Give you a message that this is an IP address of your appliance, connect to it over this, and then it will just ask for a reboot. Let us just wait maybe for a few more seconds. That's 89%. That's 89%. So once this reboot is done, so then we will configure that. Mask length 24. Once this is done, I will do save config. It says that could not reacquire the config lock because the lock is now owned by some other client. Failed to maintain the lock. Command not save config. It is done now, right? It was just an error. So 2 interfaces are configured now. Show interfaces ETH0, ETH1. Set interface ETH1 state on. Let me just ping connectivity now. Ping 192.168.200.1. It is not pinging. Let me ping 137.1. It is also not pinging, right? Let me give you command show route. So it's some problem with my NIC card. So what I'll do, I'll just disable and then re-enable my NIC cards, and then this ping will start working. In the meanwhile, what else I should check, in case where this ping is not working, I should check the connectivity of this VMware NIC cards. So I'm on the management server, and oh, so it is basically wrong. So ETH network adapter is into VMnet 2. That's wrong. It should be into VMnet 0, and this should be into VMnet 2. Hopefully now this ping should work. Let me just click on OK, and let me wait for some time. So now you see that these interfaces are just showing as a grayed out now. After some time, yes, see that now they got little color and they got solid lines now. Let me try to ping now. 137.1, it is still not pinging. 200.1, it is still not pinging, right? I'll go to my network connections. I'll just disable, and I will re-enable my NIC cards, and then I'll try. So alright, now let me go back to virtual machine now. 200.1, it's pinging now, and I think I've done some mistake. That's VMnet 2. That's the wrong IP address I have done. I should do set interface ETH1 IPv4 address 192.168.70.50, mask length 24. This should be the IP address. Show interface ETH1. When I do show interface ETH1, now I see 70.50 as an IP address. Link is up, state is on. Let me see, this is into VMnet 2, and now I should try to ping 70.1 now. Alright, I can ping 70.1. So these two interfaces are now well configured. Okay, I will try to connect them over the browser. So I'll say HTTPS. So 192.168.200.50. Advanced. I will accept the risk and continue, and I will log in. Alright, the moment I click login, it will start the first time configuration wizard. Let me save the password in the browser history, the browser cache. Let me also do one thing, right? I have so many other virtual machines running right now. Let me stop them one by one. So that's power off. Yeah, that's the lamp server. Let me just power it off. That's the 1.2 Windows 7 external, power off. Windows Server 2008, power off. I have, I believe, two 40net servers running as well. FortiGate, power off. And then this another FortiGate HA appliance, power off, right? So I have just powered off 6 virtual machines. I believe things will go better now. Alright, so that's the first time configuration wizard for management. I'll click on next. I'll continue. I will go here. That's fine. Next. Next. I'm going to give it a name. It is going to be TechTiger-Academy management server R80.40. Instead of management server, just give smart management server and just go next. Next. Security management or security gateway. Next. Let's only choose the security management role. It has to be primary. Next. It's the define Gaia administrator. Let's say that CP admin. Password. Password is TechTiger-Academy. GUI clients has to be any IP address. Next, and then finish. Yes. Okay. Let it do the configuration. Let me now real quickly move to the gateway piece now. Let me just log in admin capital P. Let me log in. Let me do the show interface ETH0 IPv4 address. I see the 200.100. Now let me configure IP addresses. Show interface ETH1 IPv4 address 192.168.137.100. Oh, sorry, mask length 24. Next is ETH2, ETH0, ETH2. ETH2 is going to be 70, and then ETH3 is going to be 80, right? ETH3 is going to be 192.168.80.100, right? Let me check the status now. Show interfaces. Show interface ETH1 state. Show interface ETH1 state off. Change the state. Show set interface ETH1 state on. Set interface. Let's also change the state of ETH2 as well as ETH3 to the on state, right? Let's try to ping now. Ping 192.168.200.1. It is pinging. Let's try to ping 137.1. It is not pinging, so we'll see that. Let's try to ping 70.1. It is pinging. Let's try to ping 80.1. It is not pinging, right? So problem with two interfaces. Let's first of all go to the virtual machine NIC cards configuration and check that if they are in the right position. So VM network adapter is into VMnet 0, network adapter 1 is into 1, network adapter 3 is into VMnet 2 and 4. So 1 2 3 4 0 1 2 3. That is absolutely all right. Let me go back to my NIC cards. Let me go back to my NIC cards. One was ETH VMnet 1. So one was VMnet 1. Let me just enable it. Actually it was disabled, maybe that's the reason it was not pinging. And let me disable VMnet 3 and I will just enable it now, and then I will just refresh my screen. I'll go back to my machine. Let me do the 80.1 is pinging now, and 137.1 is also pinging now, right? Let me see if I can also connect to the internet. So there is no route. Show route. There is no route. Let me also add a route. Let me do set static dash route default. next hop, default, next hop, gateway, address 192.168.137.1 on, save config, show route. Now you see that you have added a route. You will see that now route has been added to 137.1 as a default route. Let's try to ping. So you can connect to the internet from the firewall virtual machine now. That's a good achievement. Next thing we have to do, we have to connect to it over the browser. Okay, 92.168.200.100. Click on OK, advanced, and accept the risk and continue. I'll log in now. Admin, capital P. So TechTiger-Academy is the password. It will also now run through the first time configuration wizard. So I'll say next, next, that's fine, next, next. Let's give it a name, TechTiger-Academy Firewall R80.40. Next, next, next. It is going to be security gateway now. It is going to be part of the cluster. We'll give it an activation key. So I'm giving you 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Very good. Connect to your management as a service now. So just click on next. First time configuration wizard, finish. So this will start the configuration process. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes. So it will also just go through some of the processes of creating a gateway, and this I am just going through the finalization of the security management server. Here it is going through the finalization of the gateway. Let me take you to the slide real quick now. So as per the slides, this is done. Connect to the browser 200.50, run the first time configuration wizard, select the security management server, make sure the primary is active, define a new administrator. We defined CP admin, define GUI client to be any done, reboot the virtual machine, logging into VM and check interfaces status of all, done, try to ping from the VM and then no. So this is done, right? It is just doing it. Let me just go back to the slides. Connect to the browser, navigate through WebUI, configure the other interfaces IP. This is done, this is done, this is done. Configure the read. This is something that we have to done. This is something we have to do, right? So this is something I'll just show you how to do it now. I'll go to the virtual machine of the security management server. That is my security management server. I will log in. So what I'm trying to say that I'm trying to give gateway to the management server. So management server should have a gateway configured to be the firewall IP address, configured to be the 770.100. So I'll give a command that's very simple: set static dash route default gateway default, next hop, and then I'll give gateway tab address 192.168.70.100 on, done, save config. This is done. Just give a command show route again. You will see that so 0.0.0.0/0 now is towards 70.100 towards ETH1. You can also try to ping it 192.160. Not sure if it will ping or not, because that installation is happening, but it is pinging. That's okay. Let me go back to the slide. So you must restart the system in order to finish the configuration. Click OK to restart. So this is done. So the firewall piece is done. It is just asking for a reboot, and this is also done. Configuration completed successfully, and it is also doing a restart now, right? So this piece is done. To fail to connect to the database. So I believe this is still, just initializing some of the stuff. cpconfig 3. It is not yet finalized, so we can also reboot it, right? So are you sure you want to reboot? Yes. So let it just go through the reboot process. That's the gateway. That is, I believe, has been rebooted. Yeah, that has been rebooted. Let's log in. As just because now it's a gateway, the role gateway has been installed. If you try to ping any of its interfaces, you will not be able to ping that because now it's a gateway. But then from gateway, you can ping any other virtual machine, or you can ping to the internet. Okay. So as per my course now, this piece is done. This whole piece is done. And now we will attempt to connect to the Smart Center server using SmartDashboard. On the gateway, this is done. This is done. This is done. This is done. So whole pieces of the gateway, this is done. This is something I'm just going to do now, just because I have just rebooted the security management server. So I'm waiting for it to get back. Let me take you to the next slide now. So now open the security management server. Click on the security management server object you created. Create a new gateway object for the 137.100. So basically we are going to create a SIG object now, okay? And that's all. So that's the purpose now. Once this is finished, let me just also let me launch my SmartDashboard now. So on my laptop, I'll type R80.40, and that's something I will see. I'll try to log in, guys, on the management server, which is my 200.50, right? Username is cpadmin. The password is TechTiger-Academy. So the username is cpadmin. Password is and this is 200.50. That's right. Just click on login. If it is still initializing, it will tell you very specifically that it is still initializing the database. Let us wait for some time. Alright, the machine has been rebooted now. Admin. Okay, let us wait. Unable to connect to the server. Let's give it some more try. It's 200.50. Yes, login. Let me give a command. cpconfig administrators. It says yes, no, I don't want to modify. Number 3 is the GUI clients. GUI clients are trusted from which administrators are allowed to log into the security manager. Fail to connect to the database. So we need to give it some time. It actually needs some time. So we need to excuse it for a while. And I'm just going to pause this video. I'll wait for little more time. I'll just resume the video and then I'll tell you, right? Login. So once you click on login, it will try to connect, and it will give you a wonderful dashboard, a console where you will be able to configure policies, and where we will build the SIG process. SIG stands for Secure Internal Communication. So as per the slide now, next thing I have to do, I have to create a new object for a gateway. So now the gateway which is there 200.100, I want to manage it from this management server. I'll click on new, I'll click on network. I'm sorry, I have to create a gateway. So now network. So that's the wrong selection. It's taking some time. Gateway, give it an IP address 192.168.137.100. give it a color, pink color, give it a comment. It's a gateway for Delhi location, head office, secure internal communication. Click on communication tab and give it an activation key here, 123456789. 123456789. Click on initialize. Done. It says trust established. Click on OK. The moment you click on OK, it will automatically fetch the topology of the gateway. So this gateway has 4 NIC cards, so it will fetch these 4 gateways. It will fetch these 4 NIC cards, and as we have already given the default route, so it will automatically mark ETH1 as an external gateway, as an external interface. So it is getting topology information. See that ETH2, ETH3, ETH0, ETH1. Click on close. The firewall option is checked over here. This piece is done. Let's go to network management tab now. So create a new gateway object with an IP address and establish SIG using an activation key. Activation key we used was 123456789. Yes, trust is established. It will fetch topology of the gateway, and all interfaces will be published with their configuration. Check that carefully. Click on the firewall checkbox under network security control box. It's already checked over there. Click on the network management tab on the left and again look into interfaces that it has fetched. So here is the network management. I'll just selected that. So it has selected ETH0, it has selected ETH1, ETH2, ETH3. It has automatically selected ETH1 to be the external interface. So now we can just click on OK over here, and now we can just use this gateway anytime in our policies. So once this gateway has been initialized, the trust has been established between the security management server and the security gateway. So this distributed installation is done, where we have created security management server and the security gateway on different hardware, right, or maybe on different machines. One rule right on top, new rule above. It says that let's give this rule a name, firewall ping rule. As I said that, as now the machine has been promoted as a gateway, you cannot ping it. Let me just show it to you. Let me go to the Smart Center server machine, and let me just try to ping 192.168.200.100. See that you cannot ping this machine. Why? Just because it's a gateway now. Every traffic is denied. We will just cover under different labs. I'll say that any source, if it tries to connect to my gateway, if it tries to connect to my gateway, that's the gateway for services like ICMP service. that ICMP. From the security management server, and we will be able to ping it. All right, now we'll click on install policy. You will see that this ping will start working. So let us just tab between these two screens. So guys, that is just going to be the end of this lecture, end of this lab. That was a lab to demonstrate the distributed installation. We created two different virtual machines, one virtual machine for security management server, one virtual machine for gateway. Gateway was created with the 4 NIC cards. We tested the connectivity. We did the first time configuration. We make it as a gateway. Other machine was promoted as a security management server. We connected security management server over the dashboard. Once it connected, then we tried to build the SIG between security management server and the gateway. The SIG process also got completed successfully with the help of activation key. It fetched interfaces automatically. We saw that it fetched 4 interfaces, and then we have just created a policy where I say that everybody should be able to ping to the gateway, and this policy is just getting installed now. And in the meanwhile, you'll see that this ping is started working now. Okay, earlier it was not working, but now it is working. So that's all, guys. I mean, with this, our lab is just completed successfully. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. And just please, just please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you will be notified for the next videos. Please like this video and please share it to your friends so that they can also take advantage of this learning. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. I'll connect to you in my next video. Have a great day, guys.